as I see Duff Tittle holding the camera right now. There's Duff, what are you doing, sir? Look at that hat. Look at that hat, Duff. That's a beautiful hat, Duff. I love it. Duff Tittle from BYU. Always good to see you, my friend. And there's Isaac Rex. Oh, there was a flash of Isaac Rex.
How's the audio, guys? Are we okay?
Oh, you're perfect. You're perfect,
All right, I'm
Duff.
gonna hand you over to the man because I know he's really who you want to talk to.
Indeed. Duff, good to see you, my guy. Always good to talk to Duff Tittle from BYU.
Great to see you. Hang on. Let me put him on.
You bet. There he is. Hey. Wow, Isaac Rex looks... What's up, my guy? You look really good. How are things?
I wanted to say that your guys' coverage on all the expansion stuff has been super awesome. My parents love watching you guys, and they'll send clips in our family group chat about, oh, check who's going here, check who's going there, and you guys were at the forefront of that, So I just want to say you guys are doing a great job, and we watch your show all the time. The Rex family does.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much, Isaac. Are we making too much? Let's do a great job talking about how. Oh, the panic button about 14 points. You guys won the game 14 points. You did the job. Are we making too much out of the fact that it was 14-0?
No, honestly, I if I was a fan, I wouldn't really want to, watch that either. I feel like as an offense, we're disappointed in how we performed on Saturday. We know we're a lot better than how we performed. There was mistakes that we made that are easily fixable, and there's plays that we can make, and that starts with me. I had a couple plays that I could have made, and that's just that we just got to take accountability as an offense. We want to play better than that, but we know we're a good offense. We've been playing against this defense this whole fall camp, and we've been doing great. It was just maybe some first game jitters or rust, but obviously we're disappointed in our performance, but we're definitely going to step up and make it better.
It's interesting, Isaac, to hear you talk about it because you're experienced, right? Like you're not a freshman, you're not a young guy anymore. I look at you as a leader on this team. I think you're a guy that people respect. I think you're a guy that people listen to. How seriously do you take that role, and how comfortable are you with where you stand at BYU right now?
I take it very seriously. I'm a captain, so I was voted by the players, and so obviously the players respect me, and they expect me to go out there and make plays and help out the team. And whether it's blocking, whether it's catching, and whether it's pass blocking or run blocking, I just gotta go out there and help the team out whatever way I can, because I love this team so much. I love BYU. I've been here. This is my fifth year here, and I've enjoyed every minute of it. But we got to realize that just because times get tough, that it doesn't mean it's the end of the world. And we could easily fix our mistakes that we made on Saturday.
Yeah, and I think one of the things that's so interesting about this jump to the Big 12 is expectations. And I know that's a heavy word, and I know that's a word that a lot of people use, but are the expectations that you guys have of yourself? Because I think you guys also do a really good job of insulating yourselves. I think your expectations are always going to be higher than that of, critics, media, fans, whoever. But do you feel like you guys have set the right expectation for this season and for performances like you had last weekend and the one coming up against SUU this weekend?
Yeah, our expectation has always been, to be the best offense on the field, game in and game out. There's not a lot of future goals that we want to look to down the line. It's more about, individual weeks. And so when you feel like you lose an individual battle on one play, or you don't play as well in one game, it's frustrating, but you can't focus on the future too much. You got to worry about SUU. Can't worry about who's next on the schedule. You got to worry about, that week. And so we've had a lot of time to gel as an offense. I feel like we know we're really good. Our expectations are high, and we're ready to, show that, even though we didn't really show it last week.
Hey, a couple more before I let you go. I appreciate you joining us after practice today. How's Keaton Slovis fit in? He was one of the real interesting cats. And talking to him at Big 12 Football Media Day, he's just impressive. He has that First of all, he's a really good-looking dude. He's a quarterback, good-looking dude. Let's be honest about it, right?
He's good-looking,
and he has that presence about him, right? Like, how has he fit in, and how has he been as a new guy on the club?
Oh, it's like he's been on the team for 4 years, 4 or 5 years. He fits in great with the culture. The guys love him. Keaton's just a really humble, down-to-earth guy, but, he has that fiery competitiveness that makes him great. And so I know Keaton, he expects a lot of this team. He expects a lot out of us as players and receivers and tight ends and running backs. He came here to, have a good season. And we're working hard to help him out with his goals.
Yeah, and I wonder, when you look at the offense in total, and obviously you guys had a lot of top receiver talent not on the field, but you look at the offensive execution in total, do you feel like you guys blocked, executed? Did you do the little things well, and how much room for improvement and growth is there in those departments?
No, there's a lot of room for improvement on terms of the little things. We had too many penalties. That was obvious. We got into some really bad third downs where it was, 3rd and 15, 3rd and 16. We're losing plays because of, alignment issues. It was, that's all fixable stuff, which is good, but, that is the little things that will help us, be, good in the Big 12, be competitive in the Big 12. That's the things that we need to really work on. That could be our competitive edge. But it all comes down to little things that we have a lot to work on, for sure.
Hey, last thing for Isaac Rex at BYU. What does SUU look like on tape? What do you expect out of their defense this week?
They look great. Experienced defense, held Arizona State to only 24 points. Obviously, it was a weird game because there was like a 2-hour weather delay. They finished at like 3 a.m.
A haboob. There was a haboob, Isaac.
So it was like a sandstorm or something.
Yeah,
I watched
that's exactly
I
right.
don't even know how they saw the ball. It was so windy and sandy out there. But yeah, no one was even at the game. They all left. So it was a weird game, obviously, for them. But they played tough, man. They're a tough defense. They brought a lot of guys back from last year, similar to Sam Houston State. So, we need to come out firing. I'm happy last time we scored on our first possession, but we just need to stay consistent in our offense approach, and we'll be a lot better this week. So I'm excited.
My man, good to see you. I appreciate your time. Stay healthy and have a great weekend, all right?
Thank you, guys. You guys are awesome. Appreciate you.
There you go. Appreciate you as well. Isaac Rex, BYU tight end. And you know what? I love that guy's leadership. And it's one of the reasons I was really excited to have him on is to hear him talk about the fact that they have the pieces. You can hear that confidence. You can see that Isaac and his guys believe in what they're doing. But, man, it has got to be tough to go in there on a Monday or a Tuesday and watch that film and see missed assignments and penalties and those little things that you have worked on that you're better than that situation. That drives football players crazy.
Well, yeah. I mean, you wonder what the result would have been if you weren't 3rd and 15. You wonder what you would have been able to accomplish. And I think, again, those are things that I am happy to write off to, hey, it's week 1. I totally get it. And I think at the same time, 14 points isn't going to get it done against a lot of other teams. Like I think he didn't say that exactly, but I think that's kind of the sentiment. Like, hey, yeah, we won the game, we did the job, but there are so many little things that we need to improve on that would up the output. And I think that ultimately is what the offense needs. Now, for all the people out there who want to have the conversation, hey, is Keaton the guy? Like, I think it's too early to be like, oh, he's not the guy. Like, yeah, I'd love to see some more creativity. I'd love to see some more aggressiveness. But at the same time, there's no doubting it, man. You're in a new program. It's your first week. Like, there are things that you have to work through. Every player goes through that. So I would expect, 30 points. I would expect, a better performance. But we'll see. We'll see.
I totally agree. And I think they won the game 14-0. And I think it's important to recognize that.
Yeah.
BYU's defense did their job, but so did the BYU offense. You would have loved to have scored 42 or whatever. They did their job. And now that's behind you. SUU's not coming to lose the game.
Right.
They're not going to lay down. It's not going to be easy. That's a good program. He's right about the sandstorm, the Haboob in Tempe.
Mm-hmm.
That was wild. Like we were with our family this weekend, and a bunch of us have lived in Arizona. That's nothing to play with. That's like a serious situation. To persevere through that for Kenny Dillingham and ASU was a job really well done. But Jaden Rashada did a really nice job for ASU in that game. And I'll also say this before we get back to your comments. The Big 12 needs BYU. The Big 12 needs BYU to be good, and I think BYU can fit that bill.